Hey guys, Jake Ross here, producer in Austin. We're picking up speed with Gamescom and the 3.0 release fast approaching. Let's jump right in and see what's been going on here in Austin this month. To start, over the last month, LA Engineering refactored the shopping code enough so that now Austin design team can start plugging the items back into the shops. This also includes a first pass of getting the kiosks up and running for the commodity trading. We have been focusing on getting all of the shops related to the PU stations and landing zones functional first, but we will also be making a pass with the Area 18 shops as well. We've now got the ability to purchase armor piece by piece, so we'll be adding that to the feature list. We've also finally implemented the remaining ships into the Price Fixer tools. The Price Fixer is a spreadsheet that allows us to see each ship's physical loadout, see the price of each item in that loadout, and determine the overall cost of each ship. This is important because it will allow us to more accurately assign each ship their respawn values, which covers the cost and respawn timers for the ships being released in 3.0. We also use this tool as a good way to gauge whether or not the ships we're building are over or underpowered for their intended purpose. We're very close to completing this task, and we'll be moving on to balancing the shop inventories and item prices that you'll see in 3.0 after that. Lead designer Rob Reiniger took a trip to the Frankfurt office this month to work with the AI and subsumption team and made a ton of progress on getting Miles Eckhart, the mission giver, set up and ready to go. We figured out a lot of work on the feather blending system and got him working with a small subset of his animations. Since that time, we have received some additional code support to allow Reputation to dictate his conversation paths with the player. We literally just received the ability to assign specific missions with mission brief tags, so we can have him playing different lines depending on what missions are available. Beyond this, we've just been plugging away trying to make the mission giver experience as good and as polished as possible for the 3.0 release. We can't wait to get Miles Eckhart into your hands and get his missions for you guys. On the art side, Josh Coons finished images and videos for the Cutlass Black and moved on to create the base material and white box meshes for the Cutlass variants, the red and the blue. However, while he will complete the first pass on the exterior looks for the Cutlass variants, he will move on to the Constellation Phoenix next to allow design some time to flesh out some key gameplay systems for the Cutlasses a little bit more. Chris Smith has been working on bugs for the Hornet and the Constellation Andromeda. He will start moving on a promo video for the Constellation Aquila next. The backend services team have been supporting 3.0 features and preparing for the deployment of Diffusion. The game servers now have full access to the Diffusion API and will start using it with the shopping service in 3.0. In addition, we have started converting our two monolithic services, the Persistence Cache and General Instance Manager, into smaller, stateless, fully diffusionized services. Out of those two services will come nearly a dozen smaller services, each with very specific roles that can be scaled independently. These will provide more reliability and performance. Most of our work has been lower level, under the hood type changes, which do not have any front-facing bling to show off. Going forward, we're plotting the path beyond 3.0 and starting to build many small services that will provide functionality and support for a large number of gameplay features and help unload work from all the dedicated game servers into our distributed infrastructure. This month in the PU animation team, we started the research and development for how to implement our wildline system. A wildline, broadly speaking, is any dialogue spoken by an NPC. The wildlines we are working on are things like greetings, cheers, shouts, and other verbal expressions barked out by NPCs. We are working with a new technology called feather blending, mentioned previously, which allows us to blend our performance capture of wildlines with a large number of usable animations. This will give us as close to our actor's performance as possible, while still keeping the functionality of what the NPC is doing intact. We are also going through all of our existing animations, and we are filling in any gaps missing from the original performance capture with new transition animations. The Austin ship animation team has been hard at work with our continued efforts to refine the cockpit and turret experiences. We are in the midst of an R&D phase of implementing button presses, utilizing the Item 2.0 features. This has helped finalizing dashboard and cockpit metrics across the different ships that use the same cockpit type. The UK engineers have refactored some back-end systems, allowing us to fully implement the blending of the base G-force pose blend spaces, allowing additive animations for button presses, as well as playing different hit reaction animations based off of hit direction, damage amount, and overall health of the ship. As always, we are diligently at work fixing bugs for our next big release. The DevOps team continues to work on increasing capacity with our build and deployment pipelines in preparation for 3.0. They've also been making additional changes and bug fixes to support the new Delta patcher. And so far, the internal tests have been really promising. Our corporate technology team, or IT department, has just completed another major upgrade to the Austin network and added more hardware to the build system so we can deliver more builds in parallel. Our resident audio team member, Jason Cobb, has had his hands full this month as well. He's continued work on derelict crash site sound design for the different moon environments, performed a variety of particle audio implementation experiments for revamped ship debris noises. He's play-tested and mixed refinements for ship emergency state audio and captured sound effects for various props and materials as opportunities arise. July has also been an exciting month for Austin QA, and it's impossible to describe everything we've been working on, but here are a few things. We've been testing the new Cutlass Black, while in Stanton we've had new missions, recs, and PCs as a big ongoing focus. Ship testing has continued to be very busy as more ship families that have been converted to Item 2L come online. Large-scale playtests for Arena Commander, Star Marine, and Stanton have been ongoing weekly alongside our LA QA cohorts, and we've also been conducting cross-studio playtests with the team in the UK. We've also been testing more mobiGlas applications like Star Map, the Personal Manager, the Mission Manager, and the Mission Board, as they've become available to QA over the last few weeks. Some other fun items we've been testing are character gravity and freefall, as well as continued testing of cargo mechanics. We're still providing support for the animation team here in Austin as well by continuing to clean up mocap files to help free up our animators for other work. Our normal engine and editor testers are still extremely busy testing new tech for the developers, such as capsule-based actor entity, the entity component update scheduler, and director-actor animation and control. Some features like the new stamina and oxygen breathing systems are getting some balance changes, with QA helping our designers there as well. The player relations team has been busy recruiting new team members in anticipation for 3.0. In addition to starting to grow the Avocati ranks, the team is adding 4 people to the Austin office. We're excited to have these new additions join the team in the run-up to learning and testing for 3.0. That's everything we got to show you for this update, guys. We look forward to delivering everything we've been working on to y'all in the upcoming release and at Gamescom. Thanks for all you do for us, and we'll see you in the verse.